Welcome to the Every Day is a New Day podcast and live show. Are you ready? Because this is Rise and Shine. Every day is a new day. The 21-day empowerment series that supports you in cultivating a habit of getting into alignment, mentally and emotionally, standing in your power and being unshakable regardless what's happening around you. Join us live on Facebook at 9 a.m. Pacific time on the Every Day is a New Day show and coaching page, or on Apple Podcasts and beyond for the replay. Let's get to it. All right. Welcome to day 11 of Rise and Shine, the 21-day empowerment series where we every day are taking time to prioritize our well-being and our alignment so we can really start our day off feeling centered and grounded and whole and all of that. And it's been amazing. So let me know in the comments if this is your first day, if this is your 11th day with us, and how has this been helping you in feeling centered and grounded and aligned throughout your day. And while you are typing in the chat where you are joining us from and what your experience has been so far, I'm going to go ahead and welcome today's guest. Welcome, Keith Leon S.
Hello. Hi. Thanks for having me.
Absolutely. Keith, I love it. This is, I think, our third or fourth time now coming together. Is a third? Yeah. Okay. So I'm so glad that you're going to be able to join us here today, because not only are we going to be talking to Keith, but he's also going to be sharing some of his music live with us. And this music is amazing, y'all. So you're in for a treat. So all right. Welcome to everybody. I see Steph is here and we have Lee. So awesome to see you guys. Fantastic.
Rev Steph.
Yes. All right. So as you are all still coming in, getting settled, you want to do just that. Get settled, get comfortable wherever you are seated, because even though we have amazingness that we're going to be treated to today, this is your time to prioritize your well-being and really take time for you before you do anything else. So that's what we're going to do. Go ahead and get seated comfortably wherever you are. I'm going to go ahead and first connect to our body. I like to place one hand on my heart. The other hand can be on your abdomen or on the top of your thigh, but just connecting to your physical body. We're going to go ahead and take 3 slow, deep cleansing breaths. Exhaling out any tension and inhaling peace, love, joy. And notice how it feels as you exhale and then inhale, and feel the energy shifting within your body. It's these subtle shifts that make a really big difference. And so we're going to continue with what we've been doing the previous days, and we're going to go ahead and imagine that about a foot above your head, there is this beautiful, radiant, shimmering, sparkling, golden ball of light. And this light is representative of your connection to Source, to God, your higher self, however you want to, whatever word you want to call it. And you always have a connection to this energy. But we're going to now deliberately take time to connect with it and see it dropping down in through the top of your head. And as this energy is dropping down in through the top of your head, it disperses all throughout your body. Down your neck, over both shoulders, down both arms and out through each fingertip in your hands. And it continues down over your heart, invigorating your heart, energizing your abdomen, your solar plexus. And it continued down through both legs, all the way down to the bottom of your feet, and extending out through each and every toe. And as you are connecting to this vibrant energy, you are connecting to the essence of you. And as you are feeling more connected, filled with this light. Allow this to be a moment where you remember who you are. The truth of who you uniquely are, that amazing person you are. And we're going to go ahead and ground this energy down into the earth. And so imagine that this energy continues down into the earth and it wraps around the core of the earth, connecting you in your physical body from above and below, knowing that you are supported. And just go ahead and take one more deep breath in, being present in your physical body, the awareness of who you are. We're going to go ahead and bring it back. And so as you're ready, go ahead and open your eyes. We went a little longer there than usual. We did. We did a little, didn't we? All right. So let us know in the comments what that felt like for you. And Keith, I want to ask you, what does it feel like for you when you take time to align your energy and just connect and center yourself? What is that like for you?
It's what I call the opening. The opening. It just allows me to open up and be able to receive this guidance that I talk about so much.
Awesome. Awesome. And Keith, if you were to put what you just described into a one-sentence affirmation statement, what could that potentially be? Something that you would use to carry forth throughout your day that those who are with us today, you could also use, or whatever comes up for you. Keith, what would an affirmation be that you could come up with?
Joyfully I give, for I know, as I give, I do receive.
Ooh. Oh my gosh.
That was really words. Joyfully
Can you say that again?
Joyfully I give, for I know that as I give, I do receive.
Do receive.
My RSCP people would know what that is. All right.
That was beautiful. Well, I went ahead and put that in the chat for everyone who's with us today. And the point of that is we are not only aligning energetically and having the awareness of it, but now let's even bring it into our words, right? Everything is energy, and the words that you speak to yourself and out into the world absolutely has an impact on the experience that you have of your day. And so by having an affirmation where you are deliberately connecting with the truth of who you are, what feels right for you, and continuing to affirm that to yourself, it supports you in continuing to be in alignment. So thank you for that beautiful affirmation.
Yes.
Awesome. So Keith, I'm going to go ahead and now hand it over to you to go ahead and share with us, one of your beautiful songs, so that we can just continue to amplify this energy.
All right. We'll play DJ here. I've got some tracks, and I have these. They are songs from my CD, but I can't always travel with my brilliant piano player, singer, songwriter, genius music partner, and so I have this recording to sing to. So hopefully the audio is going to work out. So the song's written by a friend of mine. His name is Daniel Namad, and he allowed us to record this song. There's one power, invisible, and you see it everywhere and every day. One power, indescribable, and you speak of it with every word you say. Mysterious until you know the truth. As simple as the love inside of you. We speak so many languages, have different clothing, different colors, different names. But different is only dangerous when we forget that in the heart we're all the same, right? We'll remember once we close our eyes to see that such distances were never meant to be. Call it God, call it spirit, Call it Jesus, call it Lord, call it Buddha, Baha'u'llah, angels' wings or heaven's door. It's Mohammed, it's your mind, it's your soul, it's your sign. It's the universe, it's music, Mother Earth, oh Father Time. But whatever name you give it, it's all one power, can't you see? Whatever name you give it, it's the very air we breathe. It's the power of the love in you and me. It's the moment of creation. It's an everlasting peace. It's the freedom of forgiveness. It's the sweetness of release. It's the joy of inspiration. It's the sunshine on your face. It's the birthright of all nations. It's the boundlessness of space. It's the beauty of a baby, the serenity of sleep. It's the anger we abandon, for it's the love that's most deep. It's one power, yeah, that's what we are. It's one power, one power. It's the power of the love. It's the power of the love in you and me. One power. One power.
That was beautiful, Keith. Ah, thank you. That was. Let us know in the comments. What was that like for you? I felt some tears welling up there, and then they stopped. But that was really, truly beautiful, Keith. Keith. So for those that don't know, Keith is also known as the Angel Guy. The Angel Guy. Keith, your whole life you've had experiences with angels, and how would you say the angels have helped you to be in alignment?
Well, they kept me alive, kept me out of harm's way, and they have truly guided me through so many times in my life, so many experiences. Told me I was going to write that book I wrote, guided me through writing the book by just channeling through me. Just by constantly being there. I'll put my hand right here because as an audible voice was how they were there for me for a good period of time.
That's awesome. So so beautiful. So Keith, I want to bring it back. You have another song you're going to share with us, but before we do that, I want to bring it back to additional ways we can all align. And so here's where I just, there's some playful things that I want to introduce to people if they don't already do this in their day. And, what alignment feels like for you. What would it look like as a power pose in your body? How could you like further integrate that into how you hold yourself?
All right. If I'm giving and receiving, then of course that's namaste. And so you'll see, I love that pose. There's a picture on my page. But however, if I am in full on receiving mode, it would look like this. Yes, I love it. Yes. Opening my hands, letting it pour in here, pour in my hands, pour in, and fill me with divine light.
Okay, awesome. Thank you for that. That feels good. If you're with us and you have the space to do that right now. Allow yourself to just feel how good that feels. Yes. Okay, so awesome. So we're connecting the dots, right? You got the awareness, you have the affirmation, and your body. You get to be that and practice that, right? Practice that and do that for yourself. And we have Betty saying, yes, love it. Okay, awesome. Okay, so now Keith, real quickly, let me ask you, what does self-care look like for you? How do you nourish your body? And in addition to affirmations and say a power pose and meditation, things like that.
Wow.
What do you do?
Plant-based diet, so I'm vegan.
Okay.
And meditation, prayer, and walk in nature. And so I live in Vermont, so all I have to do is walk out the door, and nature's right there. And that's why I'm here for at least half the year. It's because that's where I feel the most connected to God, Spirit, Universe, angels, Allah, Jehovah, Buddha, Jesus, whatever you want to call it. It doesn't care as long as you call it, right? That's where I find it, in the mountains, in the woods. Yeah.
Awesome. Okay. And so I love that you mentioned a plant-based diet. What would you say is your favorite plant-based food, or I don't know, recipe? Or
well, anything my wife cooks is how I'd answer that. But she does a thing with Brussels sprouts and potato and peanut butter, and it's just, it's creamy goodness. It's so good, and it's the way to get you to eat Brussels sprouts, and you'll love them. That's one of my favorites for sure.
That's awesome. Let us know in the chat, what is your favorite food that really supports you in feeling good in your body? And is Brussels sprouts one of them? I got to say, it's not one of mine, but that sounds amazing.
If she made it, you would love it.
You know what? I believe it. And I attended one of your events. So I attended one of your events, and you guys had this massive spread of all these like natural, I guess, plant-based foods, and they were delicious. And you guys made those, right?
No.
Oh, you didn't know?
The hostess who had the event, she made a lot of that, and my publicist was there. She brought some things, and so everybody kind of pitched in. We showed up and did everything else.
Okay. Well,
I just ate the food. I didn't prepare it.
Well, okay, So being the angel guy, I know the angels are here, to support us in so many different ways. And what would you say the angels, how do I phrase this? So fun is a really, something that can really help us in remaining in alignment and, shaking off whatever is not feeling good. Right. Yeah. And what would you say the angels would say about, the importance of having fun or how for us to playfully be able to maintain an alignment with ourselves?
Well, the angels say to play with your inner child as much as humanly possible. And because we tend to grow up and take everything so serious, but there's that part of us that's always wants to play and never wants to do any work or do anything serious. And I know for writers, that's when writer's block comes in, right? Writer's block is a pissed off inner child that just wants to play, and so they scream so loud that they shut you down and you can't write anymore. In life, we take everything so serious, and our inner child's going nuts. So guardian angels, just so you know, we all have at least one, and they have two jobs: love you unconditionally and get you to your predetermined expiration date. But that's all they can do unless we invite them to do something else. So you can close your eyes and invite them in to show themselves to you and to play with you. And once you do that, because you have free will, so they couldn't do anything until you invited them. But once you do, then you can invite them into your life, show up for me however you want, and let's start off by playing together and put on some music and dance around and see if you don't just feel them with you playing, going, finally they've invited me. Now I can interact with them. Now I can have fun. I've just been loving them and keeping them alive, and that gets boring after a while. So, that's all they're doing unless we invite them to do more. So you can invite Spirit, God, Universe, angels, whatever you want to call it, to play and dance with you, put on some music and do it, and see if you can't feel the presence with you.
I love it. And I would even say, let me know if this resonates with you. So it can sometimes be hard to get out of work mode and do mode, right? Doing, and really step into the energy of fun and play. Especially if you have that mindset, no, I have to do this, I have to do that, I have all these things to take care of. And then we put fun on the back burner. And I would even say, I love what Keith was sharing with us, right? You can ask the angels to help you with anything. How about asking the angels, please help me to find ease in saying yes to fun?
Yeah. Yes. And not to throw out something that's, been said to death at this point, but we are truly human beings, not human doings, right?
Right.
So get into that doing mode and forget about just being. And anytime that you're being means that you're in the present moment. So we spend so much time in the drama comes from the past and fear is in the future, right? So we're either like remembering, I remember when, and feeling like crap about it, or we're scared of what's coming. But when we're truly being and sitting in this moment right now, just being in this moment and taking a breath like you started this call with, right? Every time you sit down and you're just taking breaths and you're breathing, think about this. In that moment, you truly have everything that you need. There's nothing more that you need in that moment other than your breath. You don't need more money. You don't need a new place to stay. You don't need a job. You don't need anything but that breath in that moment. And in that breath is being, is the difference between doing and being. So I'd like to tell it, if you just want to, like you said, just focus, just get present, just change the mood at any time. If you slow down and take 3 deep breaths every time, that's going to work.
And that's such a simple way to get into the eye of the storm where there's the calm. If you feel like a storm or, chaos is going on around you, doing just as simple as that, those 3 deep breaths, centering yourself. And now you can respond to however, to things around you, however you want to respond from a much more centered, grounded, clear-headed space when you take that time to align first. So awesome.
Yeah, and Betty's saying the angels know what you do without saying anything, or know what you need without saying anything, and that's true. It's really for us that we say these things. It's really for us, not for them. They already know. But when we put the words forth, and then we see manifestation, then we start to really buy in and go, oh, these angels are for real. And the more we feel that they're for real, then the more that we see all the ways that they're showing up each and every day. So it's really a subconscious.
Uh-oh. Hello? Things froze on my end. Keith, are you still there?
Oh, no. I'm still here.
Okay, good. I hear you. I see you move now.
All right. Yeah.
Okay. So with that, Keith, I would love for you to sing us another song. And then when we're done, I want to share with everyone some cards from Keith's Walking with Your Angels card deck. Daily inspiration deck.
There you go.
So, will you share with us another song?
Sure. And this is a good song to take a nice, easy breath and close your eyes and relax to. I did ask angels, like, hey, when I'm doing my live events, if there was one thing that you wanted me to leave everyone who was in the room with, like, what would that be? What would be that one message you would want them to know? And I was driving on my way to the studio to make this album, and this came straight through. 30 seconds it took to write this song, and this is what the angels, spirit, God, the universe wanted you to know. Can you hear the music on your end? There's a part of me knows the answer to every question before I ask it. And there's a part of you that knows the answer to every question before you ask it. We are one. We are one. We are one. And we know what what to do. We are one. We are one. We are one, and we know what to do. Join me on the next chorus. Here we go. There's a part of me that knows what to say before I open my mouth to speak. And there's a part of you that knows what to say before you open your mouth to speak. Everybody listening, sing this at home. 'Cause we are one. We are one. We are one. We know what to do, and we know what to do. And the next one is know what to say. We are one. We are one. We are one, and we know what to say. Back to what we do. Here we go. We are one. We are one. We are one, and we know what to do. We are one. We are one. We are one, and we know what to do. Oh, I love that harp. Ah! Thank you. Yes, we are one.
Keith, how do you not cry when you sing these songs?
Only because I've done them so many times. One Power I've sang literally all over the world. I've sang Daniel Nahmon's music, and then these songs. I just, man, I got to go out on tour and sing them all the time. So yeah.
I love that. And so these are from Keith's CD, Soul Play, correct? That's the name of the CD?
Yeah, Soul Play, Walking with Angels.
Soul Play, Walking with Angels.
If you go to Beyond Belief Books, beyondbeliefbooks.com, there's a page that has the cards, it has the CD, it has everything you would want in way of support.
Awesome. Okay. Yes. And I have the CD and it's amazing. It's one of those CDs I have it in my car because that's where my CD player is. But it's whenever I'm on a short drive and I play it and I'm like, oh, I only got 2 songs in this time. Or, it's like,
yeah,
it has that feeling. But it's beautiful, beautiful music. And we have Steph saying, OMG, Keith, you have a card deck.
Yes, I do. It's so
Yes. So we are going to, let's go ahead and pull some cards. So I pre-pulled one card before we went live, and I'll share that message now. And then we're going to go ahead and pull some more cards. So yeah. So Keith's deck, it's this cover and this stunning artwork on the back. Oh my goodness. And the card that I pulled today is Archangel Michael.
Cool.
And the message is, if you find yourself in fear or doubt, call on me, and I will fill you with inner strength. There is nothing you cannot accomplish. I am here to remind you that you are the light, you are the strength, and you have the infinite power. I am here to serve. Together we will conquer any fear, doubt, or worry. So does that resonate with you? That those that are with us live or on the replay, let me know if that resonates with you. And Keith, I'm going to pull another card, but you pull cards too. Do you want to pull one too?
Sure. You pull one and I'll shuffle while you pull one.
Okay.
Then you get to see Melissa's artwork. The artwork is stunning on these cards. And because of that, when we were on the road, we could not keep these things in stock. We just had to keep ordering them. Because, it was people were just like, oh, right? Falling in love with the artwork. All right. So I'm going to get this one. Sure. What'd you get?
Yeah. Well.
All right, I'll go. I got Archangel Uriel.
Okay.
Archangel Ariel. Oh. And she says, it's Ariel. Oh, sorry. Words, Keith, words. Archangel Ariel says, I am Ariel, a liaison between the human and elemental world of sprites, fairies, crystals, and other magical manifestations. There is so much more than we can see with our doubting eyes. Open yourself to all possibilities and witness the magic that appears to you.
Keith, I got the exact same one. I'm not even joking.
That's awesome. So Ariel was like, hello. So I guess we should read it again. I am Ariel, a liaison between the human and elemental world of sprites, fairies, crystals, and other magical manifestations. There is so much more than we can see with our doubting eyes. Open yourself to all possibilities and witness the magic that appears to you. So this brings up for me two things. One, if you've read my book, then you'll know in my early 20s I spent time with what's called a real earthbound angel. That's what I call him. An angel that was in etheric, put into a body assigned to me to take me from believing in nothing to believing in everything, so that he could ultimately save my life and put me on my path. The short story. Now, one of the things that this angel told me, he said, if you can think it, it is. He didn't say if you can think of it, it's possible. He said if you can think it, it is. And that was such a profound clarification to me. And then the other part of this card reminds me of when I was in Waitsfield. We moved to Vermont, and I had this place called the Secret Garden. It was like this magical place I built down the hill where I would go to meditate and pray every day. And so I asked for kind of otherworldly proof that there were things there, right there with me. I knew the angels were there, but was there anything else there with me? And so I had my eyes closed, and I heard a voice tell me to just open my eyes, just a teeny bit. And through my eyelashes, I saw sprites and fairies like dancing. And I realized that if I had just opened my eyes, I wasn't there yet. So again, reprogramming subconscious mind. So because I said open just a little bit, and it was through the eyelashes that I could see sparkles and things. And then once I saw it through the eyelashes, then I was like, oh, okay. And then I opened my eyes, then I could see some things that I had never seen before or thought was straight out of Disney movies, and that was it. So that's what reminds me of this card. So there are way more to life than we can see with our eyes.
And that's very fitting with how you said nature is also a place where you nourish yourself and feel aligned.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness. Well, we have Joanne saying angels are amazing, and she has your book, and Steph saying that Ariel is her jam, and she has a story she wants to share with you. So
awesome.
Oh my goodness. I'm blown away by the fact that we literally got the same card. That was amazing to me. Wow.
1 in 44 chance of that happening.
Seriously. So Keith, I know we're already past our time, but I would okay, but do you have time for 2 questions?
Yeah, I wanted to show you my objects. I had those.
Oh, goody. Okay, that's what I wanted to ask you. So one of my favorite parts of this, and I haven't done them in all the Rise and Shines, but is show and tell.
Yeah.
So Keith, show us something that tells us more about you.
All right. So there's 2 things I wanted to share with you. One was I always wanted to have a Buddha. I just always wanted to have one. And every time I looked at a Buddha, I was like, not the one. Nope, not the one. And it never grabbed me until I saw this boy right here. And we were in St. Louis, Missouri. And I saw him, and I was like, okay, because remember what I said my favorite pose is, right? Namaste. And it's not the one where he looks like, like a big fat 12-year-old. It's not, it's not those other ones that I just haven't been able to relate to. It was just like, him in that pose. And I was like, yes, that's the one. The second thing I want to show you is this stone.
Ooh.
So my earthbound angel, who worked with me and taught me from going and believing in nothing to believing in everything and saved my life and did all those things. This stone was round when we started working together. And as we worked together, and he patiently worked with me, where I would have just got up and bolted sometimes. It was hard to get through this thick skull. he sat there and bent and shaped a round stone into this stone. That's like a boomerang shape. And I watched him do it. So it was proof to me that there's more than the eyes can see, because I watched a round stone get shaped to this. And then all the time that he was doing that, what was he doing? He was holding it, and he was infusing his energy into the stone. And then he gifted it to me at the end of our time together and told me that this was a stone of protection, and that every house that I lived in, I should put it over the door, and that no harm would be able to come through the door. They would not be able to cross the threshold of this stone. And so when I got it, I remember when my son was a teenager and it was up over the door, sometimes his friends would come with him to the door, and then they would just stop and they would go, yeah, no, that's cool. I'll wait outside. Wow. So over and over again, I've seen evidence and proof that this works as he shared. So this is very special to me, and I've never shared it with more than anybody who noticed, like, what's that stone over the door? But hardly anybody ever sees it. That's what's strange too. It's just like it's cloaked. It doesn't exist, but I've shared it with a few people that I love, and now all of you.
Oh, thank you for sharing that with us, Keith. That right there is, of course, evidence of the power of when we, infuse our energy into the world, right? Into our day. Yeah. We are helping to shape the world around us.
Yes. Yes.
Wow. Was that done in just like one sitting? You literally saw it reshape before your eyes, or?
No, it was over the time that we were working together.
Okay. That's okay.
Started around, and then he'd just be sitting there going, working on it. And I'm like, what's he doing? What's he doing? And then eventually he showed me, and I was like, what? I saw the before and the after.
Yeah. Wow. That's amazing. I love that thank you for sharing that with us. That's very powerful. Yeah. Well, okay. So I love show and tell, because isn't it fun? Isn't it fun? So many of us are, I know, at home these days, and we have video. And so it's fun to bring those things that we love into the camera. So Keith, I'm going to wrap up with my favorite question at the very end here. And would you be open to singing us a song with the words "rise and shine" in it?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, or do you have something else you want to share?
No, I have to get my guitar for that.
Oh, okay. So Keith's going to treat us to his very own impromptu made-up song, "Rise and Shine."
Rise and shine, my mama used to say, that you woke me up each and every day, and the rest of my day would be just fine. 'Cause I was awakened reminded to rise and shine. I was awakened reminded to rise and shine. I was awakened reminded to rise and shine.
That was beautiful.
There we go.
Oh.
It's the new theme song for Rise and Shine.
I know, that was great. I love it. Oh, thank you so much, Keith. Keith, do you have any final words you want to share with our audience today? And please remind everyone where they can go to connect with you, and of course, get your card deck and your book and all of that.
Okay. So Beyond Belief Publishing, or Beyond Belief Books, is where you can go to get the cards or the CD or any other things that you wanted. To get the book, though, walkingwithmyangelsbook.com. walkingwithmyangelsbook.com, and you go there and you're able to put the order number from purchasing on Amazon, and you get over $1,600 worth of free, cool stuff, things to support you in the process. So you don't just read a book and have no tools. Walkingwithmyangelsbook.com to get the book. Beyond Belief Books is for all the other cool stuff.
Awesome. Thank you for sharing that. And thank you, Steph. You are awesome too. I hope you know that and feel that. And to Betty and everybody that was here with us today, I know we had Joanne and Lee and everyone who was with us live. Let us know what you're taking away from today. How have angels shown up in your day? Could it possibly be through today's conversation, right? To remind you that you are supported and loved, and that they are always there. If you are in a space of feeling, I know the first card we had was if you find yourself in fear or doubt, call on me and I will fill you with inner strength. And that was Archangel Michael. And know that this is always available. It's not just today because the card came out. It's always.
Yes.
And Keith, thank you so much. Your music is beautiful. And I just love that we got to share you and your music here today. So thank you. I really just feel extra fulfilled today and can't put words to it, honestly. But thank you so much. And thank you to everyone who is with us. Remember, wherever you are today does not have to be where you are tomorrow. Every day is a new day.
Yes.
And the gift you give yourself, is taking that time at the beginning of every day and throughout your day too, but really starting your day off in the best, most solid, aligned place and space that you can be and feel so that you can move throughout your day and just have the best day possible. So I will leave you with that. This was day 11. We're going to be back tomorrow with day 12 of Rise and Shine, supporting you and feeling in your power and amazing with another amazing guest right here on the Every Day is a New Day show and coaching page on Facebook. I'll see you all tomorrow. Bye, everybody.
Take care.